Welcome back to IGCSE Science Academy, where science made simple and clear. Here in this video, we are going to learn about Paper 1 Environmental Management 0680 Past Paper 1 Patron Section B Overview. So observe here carefully. In Paper 1 Section B usually contains questions where you are given a table, graph, diagram or set of values. Your main task is to observe the pattern and answer accordingly. First point to remember, do not calculate immediately. Always observe the data first. Look for increase or decrease, repeated values, relationship between two variables, direct or inverse trends. For example, if one value increases and the other also increases, we say there is a direct relationship. Let's start the section B. Here, as we have already done section R1, which carries section A, which carries 4 questions, and the 5 question starts from here. 5 question part A, the photograph shows a geothermal energy resource used to generate electricity. So this question is about a diagram. The question is describe how geothermal resources are used to generate electricity. You need to answer the question from the given diagram. So here is the part B. The pipeline in the photograph go to a nearby town. Suggest the function of these pipelines. After observing the diagram where pipeline is mentioned, you need to write only the function of the pipelines. No need to explain, no need to write any extra material from the diagram. Just you need to write the function of the pipelines because it carries only 1 mark. Part 3 is identify one piece of evidence from the photograph that shows 100% of the energy resource is not converted to electricity. You need to just find out one place of evidence from the photograph that shows 100% of the energy resource is not converted to electricity. This also carries only 1 mark. Here is the second part, part B of question number 5. The question is describe one benefit and one limitation of using geothermal energy resources to generate electricity. You need to write one benefit and one limitation of the geothermal energy resources to generate the electricity. This question also carry 2 marks. Question number 5, part says the global energy capacity of a resource is the maximum electricity that the resource can generate. So this is table-based question, and the question is the table shows the global energy capacity for geothermal energy resources from 2000 to 2020. The years are here: 2000 global energy capacity in gigawatts 8.0, 2005 8.5, 2010 10.0, 2015 11.8, 2020 14.2. So the question is in the next slide. Let's see the question. Here is the question. Plot a line graph to show the global energy capacity for geothermal energy resources from 2000 to 2020. Draw a straight line between each plotted points. This is the graphical based question. You need to put the values from the given table, and this carries 5 marks. Part 2 is use the graph to estimate the global energy capacity for geothermal energy resources in 2007. So this carry only 1 mark. Part 3 is a student predicts that the global energy capacity for geothermal energy resources in 2025 will be 16.6 gigawatts. Describe how the student uses the data to determine the value of 16.6 gigawatts. This question also carry 1 mark. So this question is based on graph. You need to put the values in the graph and you need to find out the geothermal energy resources in 2007, and you need to find out the energy capacity for geothermal energy resources in 2025 will be 16.6 gigawatts. You need to describe how the student uses the data to determine the value of 16.6 gigawatts. This carry only 1 mark. Again, part D of question number 5 is diagram based question. Buildings have different energy efficiencies. The diagram shows 3 buildings A, B and C in a cold climate. What is the question? Suggest one reason why it is important to know the energy efficiency of a building. This carries only 1 mark. You need to write the answer from observing the given diagram, and you need to write only one reason. Part 3 suggests which building A, B or C is the most energy efficient. Use evidence from the photograph to explain your choice. Here you need to write the answer from that given diagram. First you need to choose the building, then you need to write the explanation. This carries only 2 marks. Part 3 is suggest one reason why building in some LEDCs and less energy efficient than in MEDCs. So here you need to write one reason why building in some LEDCs means less economically developed countries and uh, less energy efficient than in MEDCs. MEDCs means more economically developed country. You need to write only 1 mark. So question number 5 till part A to D carries total 18 marks. So question number 6 part A. This question is about a map. The map shows the El Nino southern oscillation during a non-El Nino year. Key here is the direction of ocean current direction and wind direction. The question is country E is part of a continent. Name this continent. You need to write the name of the continent which is which is shown with E. And the next question is name the ocean level F. You need to find out or you need to write the name of the ocean. These both questions carries 1 mark. Part 3 is also map related question. The question is for an El Nino year, draw on the map the ocean current direction, the wind direction. You need to draw the directions of wind and oceans. Use the key provided key. Here is the direction for ocean and here is the direction of wind. You just need to draw the directions of ocean and wind. These carry 2 marks. So this is explanation question which carries 5 marks, and the question is explain how El Nino affects fisheries along the coast of South America. You need to write the explanation and that how El Nino affects fisheries along with coast of South America. You need to write the answer according to the marking scheme. This question carries 5 marks and you need to explain according to 5 marks. So part C of question number 6, this is graphical question, graph related question. The graph shows the cumulative rainfall in California, USA during an El Nino year and during a non-El Nino year. Here is the graph and the question is determine the month in the El Nino year when the cumulative rainfall reaches 100% of the cumulative rainfall in a non-El Nino year. This carry only 1 mark. So according to mark, you need to write the answer. Answer should be to the point. No need to explain your answer further. This carries only 1 mark. So keep this in mind that you need to write answer to the point. Part B describe the effect of the El Nino year on the rainfall in California. Use information from graph to support your answer. This carry 2 marks. You need to write your answer with the help of the graph. So question number 6 carry 12 marks. Here is the question number 7 and this is diagram based question. Part A, the diagram represents the natural greenhouse effect. Question 1 is X is in a layer of the atmosphere 5 kilometers from the surface of the earth. Name the layer of the atmosphere that contains X. You need to write the name of that layer which contains X. This carry only 1 marks. Part 2. Describe how the natural greenhouse effect creates the temperature experienced on Earth. This carry 4 marks. You need to answer according to the marks. You need to explain how the natural greenhouse effects create the temperature experienced on the Earth. According to 4 marks, you need to write answer for this question. Part 3, which carries 2 marks, and the question is explain how the enhanced greenhouse effect increases the temperature of the earth. You need to write answer according to 2 marks. You need to explain the enhanced greenhouse effect increases the temperature of the earth. Part B, the diagram shows major emissions of sulfur dioxide in the USA in 1990 and 2020. This is the diagram based question. Here are the keys: greater than 3 lakh tons and 20,000 to 3 lakh tons, and then less than 20,000 tons. Emission in 1990, and here is the emission in 2020. Let's see the question in the next slide. The question 1, that is, use the diagram to describe 3 ways that emission of sulfur dioxide have changed from 1990 to 2020. This carries 3 marks, and you need to write 3 points from the diagram of 1990 to 2020. Part B, a student concludes that in the USA in 2020, acid rain was not a serious atmospheric pollutant. Suggest 2 reasons why this conclusion may not be correct. This also carries 2 marks. You need to write 2 points from the given diagram. Here is part 3, state 2 impacts of acid rain. You just need to write 2 impacts of acid rain. With this also carries 2 marks. So question number 7, total marks are 14. So here is question number 8, part A. This is also diagram based question. The photograph shows an aeroplane spraying a maize crop with herbicides. Here spray and aeroplane, and this is the maize crop. Question is explain why crops are sprayed with herbicides. This carry 2 marks. You just need to explain why crops are sprayed with herbicides. Number 2 is suggest the benefits and limitation of using an aeroplane to spray herbicides onto crops and shown in the photograph. You just need to write two benefits of using an aeroplane to spray herbicides onto the crops and 2 limitation. This carry 4 marks. Part B is again photograph based or diagram based question. The question is that the photograph shows a strategy for reducing soil erosion. Here are fruit trees and here are tomato plants. Question is name this strategy. You just need to write the name of this strategy. Part B is explain how the strategy shown in the photograph reduces soil erosion. You need to write the explanation how the strategy shown in the photograph reduces soil erosion. These carry 3 marks. Part C of question number 8 is a farmer says genetically modified crops have more benefit than negative impacts. Here is a statement, and the question is what you need to write. To what extent do you agree with this statement? Give reasons for your answer. You need to write the reasons according to the marks. The marks are 6, so you need to explain. You need to give some reasons for this question, for this statement. This carries 6 marks, and altogether question number 8 carries 16 marks. That's all for today. We focused on the exam pattern and the marks for each question. From next video, we will start the topics of environmental management 0680. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for upcoming topics.